We are going to work with adding fractions today. So adding fractions is really not as bad as it might sound. It might sound super scary because anything with fractions sometimes tends to sound a little scary. Adding fractions isn't bad. The biggest thing you have to do when you add fractions is before you look at anything else, you have to always check your denominator. If your denominator is not the same, you can't go on. So make sure that you're adding 6 plus 6. You're adding 37ths plus 37ths. Whatever numbers, whatever fractions you're adding, make sure that your denominator is the same. So you're going to see today a lot of addition of fractions with models. What that is you're just going to figure out which fraction is being represented by this model, which fraction is being represented by this model, and add them together. So if we look at this one, how many total pieces do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 is my denominator, and I have 1, 2, 3 of them. So that model represents the fraction 3/8. This model makes sure that my denominator is 8s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So now, I need to make sure, are my denominators the same? 8s and 8s, they are. Here's where some people mess up. They want to add the denominators. They want to say 8s plus 8s, my new denominator is 16ths. It's not. Your denominator does not change. So you're doing 3/8 plus 4/8. Your denominator is going to be 8s. The only thing that you add are these numerators. 3 plus 4 is 7. So 3/8 plus 4/8 is 7/8. When we look at this one, 5/6 plus 4/6. My first step, are my denominators the same? They are, so I'm going to go ahead and come over here and write 6ths. They're the same, so I can move on. I know that I do not add these denominators. Now I'm going to add my numerators. 5 plus 4 is 9. So we know 9/6 is improper. PLP is going to let you keep it improper, but just for some practice, I want us to come over here and turn this improper fraction into a mixed number. 9/6, I know it takes 6/6 to make a whole. I had 9, I've used 6, I have 3 left. 3/6 is not enough for me to make another whole. So that's the fraction that I have left over. So I have 1 whole and 3/6. So 5/6 plus 4/6 is 9/6, or if we convert it to a mixed number, it's 1 and 3/6. PLP is going to let you stop right here. This is just, you're going to see this in 5th grade, so I'm just going to show it to you. Now my next one, I don't know if you can see that or not. I have 9/12 plus 2/12. My first step, check my denominator. 12ths and 12ths, they're the same. Now I'm going to add 9 plus 2 is 11. 9/12 plus 2/12 is 11/12. Now I have 5/42 plus 32/42. Check my denominator, that's my first step. They're the same. Remember, my denominator does not change. Now I need to add 32 plus 5. 2 plus 5 is 7, bring down my 3. So 5/42 plus 32/42 is 37/42. Adding fractions is not super difficult as long as you make sure your denominators are the same. Once you know your denominators are the same, you need to know that they stay the same. You do not add denominators. The only thing you add, the only thing that could change is the numerator, because I can't change the number of pieces in a whole. So my denominator can't change, but I can change the total number of pieces of that whole that I have. That's why my numerator changes. Denominator never does.